All right. We're going to get right into this. Here we go. I'm doing a 1v1 cast today between Sir Sanity and Gorelord. Sir Sanity is a friend of mine who played a bit of CoH2, just getting into CoH3 now. You can see he's not yet ranked with any faction, actually, but specifically the Brits. He's currently 4 and 5, and this is a match he played yesterday against Gorelord as the Wehrmacht here in the red on Taranto coastline, and Gorelord locking in Luftwaffe and dropping in some Fallschirm Pioneers. Sanity not going for an early second sapper, just going right for the section. And he does immediately lock in air and sea. So, Battle of the Airborne. So interesting capping order from Sanity here, going for this high munition first. And same for Gorelord, actually. Typically you see right up to these high fuels for both sides, or low and medium fuel. But that's where almost all your fuel is going to come from, and then this will be contested throughout the match. So interesting capping order there. And we have an MG42 out now for Gorelord. Is that a very early mine attempt? Gets spotted by the Fallschirm Pioneer. That's interesting. Maybe if he had seen a Ketten or something, but interesting. And he does end up placing that. You can see Sanity now is starting to connect his fuels, and Gorelord is finally making his way over to do the same. So, yeah, very interesting capping orders, I feel like. Another MG coming in for Gorelord. So, I wonder if he'll also go for another Fallschirm Pio, or what the play is going to be here. I've seen some Fallschirm Pio openings, like you get 3 of them, maybe an MG, and you go for the officer quarter. And at Vet 1, Fallschirm Pioneers get passive healing, I believe. I'm pretty sure they do. If I can find it here. I can't see its unit card. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain I'm not. Either way, I guess we'll see eventually throughout the game. We do have a dingo out for Sanity and a mortar coming for Gorelord. Interesting getting the mortar without really seeing anything but a sapper so far. And a retreat on the Pioneer. Maybe he wants it just to get it down here quick to cap this fuel. But some interesting plays. I think it's always interesting to cast these games right around the 1,000 mark, a little lower, because at different elos people play so differently, and things that might not work at a higher elo work really well at a lower elo, and vice versa. And the mortar explodes a mine place there, but the dingo putting pressure on the mortar. And this Fallschirm Pio is getting low, but one of these squads does get suppressed, or pinned actually, from the MG42. This other section's able to rotate around though. And the dingo ends up being a really good buy with 2 MGs on the field. Although you don't want to sit in front of the base MG like that. But it is going to certainly be able to put pressure on these MGs getting around the flanks. Less so the one in the building, but this one up here going to be able to really put the pressure on that. And now we see a mortar coming from Sanity, so maybe some counter. I think the mortar here makes sense from Sanity. 2 MGs and a mortar out from Gorelord. Gorelord's going to have some trouble, I think, with capping power. I wonder... Okay, looks like he's going Luftwaffe company. A little lull in the action here. So Sanity had this section up here for a while. Chooses not to capture this VP, which I really think he should have put some VP pressure on. But the Sapper was coming over. Thinks better of it. We can see Gorelord is using the barrage on the mortar, which something I see lower elo players not doing enough sometimes is they're relying on the auto fire. But the auto fire on the mortars is really just not good. It's very slow rate of fire. But you can see when it's a barrage, it is constant and really can force units out of their positions. Oh, and an MG bunker from Sanity. That's very interesting. Probably, if I had to guess, not going to survive that long with a mortar on the field and the flamethrower on the Pio. You just got to smoke this, flank it once, barrage it, and the flamer. So we'll see there. Flak 38 being built by Gorelord. And Sanity still hasn't teched. He has a lot of fuel, but no teching yet. He has enough fuel where he could have had a Humber out already. Okay, here we go. He's starting to barrage this. And wow, that one mortar shot did a lot more damage than I was expecting. So this will go down pretty quickly. I know Sanity did quite a few team games in CoH3. I don't know how much he played 1v1 in CoH3. I imagine bunkers and stuff a lot more common in team games, but not really gonna be great in the early game, especially in a 1v1. You're really only building these at the end game when you're pop capped and you have resources. Maybe a few edge case scenarios besides that. Might see Germans with coastals going for bunkers besides that. And you might see US drop a mortar pit. But something like this, not very common and usually not very useful. Ends up oftentimes being kind of a waste because you can see us about to die here. So I think that's like 150 manpower and then I don't know how many munitions, 50 maybe? It's kind of down the drain there. And a second mortar now. Okay, this is some very interesting builds here. And another Flak 38. I don't even think we saw the first Flak 38 see combat yet. But double mortar against this build does make sense, even though I don't think Sanity knows at this point that there's one, let alone two Flak 38s coming. But ends up being a good choice nonetheless. See, the Falchion Pio's upgraded with the MG15, but only like half health. No healing on it yet. I'm really curious to see when it does hit Vet 1 if it gets the auto healing. Ooh, we might not even see it get to Vet 1. Okay, I think we'll be okay. Oh, yeah. A cache on the munitions here. Interesting. I feel like if you're going to build a cache, like this is a pretty safe cache on this map, but maybe he really wants these munitions for something. I mean, it is a hefty amount of extra munitions being on a plus 16. And we have the Panzer Grenadier Company coming up. So, wonder what his plan is with that. An AT gun, maybe? Is he going just all support weapons today? Could be. And we have an AT gun from the other side. So both players worried about light vehicles coming out, but neither player really wanting to build the light vehicles themselves. We see this Pioneer hit that mine that was placed at the beginning of the game. MG42 should get... I don't know what it's doing. Was that just a really long reload? Gets the job done eventually. And we just heard this Flak 38 fire its first shots on this section here, forcing it away.
We have munitions ready to be used, Commander.
MG in this house on the VP. One thing that always bothered me about this map is these stairs being uneven. Come on, Relic. Come on! So, this mortar is shooting at nothing. I mean, he did fight a section over here with his Falchimpio, but then he forced that section away here. And this hasn't... Like, this was capped a long time ago. Interesting choice to try to barrage that. Now here... Oh, we're gonna get a double mortar barrage on this MG, maybe? This has to get out, though. Falchimpio with the MG. Don't wanna stay there. Dingo coming up. Trying to force away the MG, but it's already retreated. Right now, Sanity doesn't have his VP connected. He does have the middle, though, even though he doesn't control the middle right now. Gorelord has not capped it yet. And already tier 4 up for Sanity. So no light vehicle, but he hasn't really needed it. Just kind of passive support weapon play here from Gorelord. So there was no real need to have an aggressive light vehicle so far. And was able to bank up that fuel. And he's building a section, but if he didn't, he could have a Crusader like in 2 seconds. But I have a feeling whatever I'm watching is not going to produce a Crusader. But interesting timing to get that last section. Especially you just built tier 4. That could have been guards if you want infantry. So, yeah, I'm not really liking this choice. But maybe that's what works for Sanity. Sorry, Sir Sanity. Respect where respect is due. This Pio's gonna have to get out of here. There he goes. Got Brenz on this section here. Got Brenz on this section in base. An MG42 cap in the mid. This is where it gets... Like, not having any real infantry besides support weapons gets really risky when you start having to cap points toward the middle of the map. This MG can just be very easily flanked in its position, and it doesn't really have any support. If this is a regular squad, it can backpedal, it can retreat quicker, but once this is set up, it's going to take a little bit longer if you need to retreat it, and it can only fire in one direction. So once it's set up, can just get flanked. Does get the suppression off on that section.
The enemy has our victory point now.
I think a little bit of friendly... Oh, no. Okay, he's barraging down here. Sanity is auto-firing here. There's a lot of mortars. You don't usually see so many mortars in a 1v1. Occasionally you'll see someone build 2 mortars. Never so early, though. And these Flak 38s have not pushed past this fence the whole game. And neither has the pack. The pack hasn't had to. But, I mean, if you're going to rely so heavily on the support weapons, you got to get them in the fight. They're just sitting back there. And this MG capping here, that's so risky. That is so risky. But I think what we're seeing here is, you know, players that Sanity's really new to the game. And Gorelord, by the way, has, what's his record? Yeah, he has well over 2,000 games played as Wehrmacht, if you look at his record up there. He has 12 games combined with all other factions in the game. So, absolutely loves playing Wehrmacht. But any other faction, forget about it. We have Falchimager dropping on this VP. Should be able... Oh, yeah, he can Faust that. Is he going to Faust it? Oop, maybe he wasn't paying enough attention, so the Dingo is going to live. The Flak 38 finally does push up here, but pushes up down here where this is not a good spot for support weapons. This mid is like a really where you usually see your support weapons
The
playing.
beggars are threatening a victory point.
I got a barrage on this MG in the house here, which should let these sections push up, and 2 brand up sections will be more than enough to deal with. Ooh, actually loses the MG in the house. Yeah, we have a Grant. So Sanity waiting for the Grant. And Gorelord with his tier 4. And he can get a Panzer IV just now. Just got enough manpower and fuel for it. There it goes.
Commander, enemy forces hold all victory points.
So the Grant will win this matchup, but both players have an AT gun to back it up. There's one Fausting squad now with the Fallschirmjäger. I don't know if there's grenade tech for Sanity. Let's see. No, it looks like no grenade tech for Sanity.
Grant's medium tank is reporting in.
So, Gorelord does have a snare available. Hey, Nikolai, what's up? Yes, a match from Plastic League indeed. I think these games can be fun to watch. See how these players play the game, and maybe give a little feedback. This has been a very stagnant game, for sure. Lots of support weapons just sitting back. I don't think either of these support weapons have fired a single shot the whole game.
Job done. Heading home.
But now things might start getting a little spicy with the Grant that actually hit the field before the Panzer IV, but not leaving the base till just now. And this section's gonna have to get out of there. Now we did see Sanity placing mines earlier. I don't know if he still has any mines up. I saw him place 2 mines that I know of. Both of them were destroyed. One by a mortar barrage, one by a Pioneer hitting it. But now we got the AT gun hitting the P4, the Grant, and the Flak 38's up here, but the pack is all the way back here, and that's ooh, not what you want to see. He calls in the loiter, but too late to save the P4, and likely not going to kill the Grant as long as it keeps driving. Wow. I've seen it miss, like, behind it. That just missed to the side of it. That was weird. Just because it finished the turn? I don't know.
Company CP is taking damage.
So, Paul Shampaio's forcing away the mortar here. And putting pressure on the Dingo. I don't know what the Dingo's driving all the way up there for.
300 points remaining.
Oh, trying to get behind. I don't know what it's doing. Quite the adventure for the Dingo. But 2 sections putting pressure on this Walshampio and the mortar. Ooh, that might be dead if these guys focus it down. Yep, and there it goes. The Dingo is up here. Don't know why. But it's there safely. And these sections... I don't know why this AT gun pushed up either. Was that for the Grant? If so, that was quite late. Have commandos being suppressed by the MG on this VP, but does get the decap. And Gorelord does own Sanity's VP right now.
We should use our command points.
One of the mortars decrewed, but should have no problem recrewing that.
One of our commando sections has been lost.
Oh, the commando up here was forgotten about and actually killed by the MG. So that commando hit the field, decapped the VP, and died. Not how you want to use your commando. Oh my god, and this mortar is going to whack the Flak 38 crew with the tube of his mortar or something. Oh boy. This mortar, though, capping and getting the barrage off on the Flak 38. So, you know, you have 2 mortars on the field. One is the recon mortar. Just runs up and finds where the Flak 38s are. so the other one can barrage it. Yeah, there's not much to stop this Grant. Probably will get a Faust on it here, but it's not going to damage the engine. It'll just be a temporary crew shock. And actually doesn't get the Faust. This pack not in position. The Grant's away safely. Decrews the flak, but doesn't kill the weapon, so it's just recrewed here. Probably not a fight you want to take here. Remember, this could have been a guard squad. He built it after he had his tier 4. It gets grenade. This is going to die. Luckily, the flak changes focus. Oh, and the Fallschirmjäger goes down. But this... Gotta get this out of here. Nope, doesn't get it out. I actually... Oh, the Pio long range killed that. Okay, and this squad does get out of here. Okay, so... A Fallschirmjäger for a section. Not a terrible... Oh, wait, that was a 4th section. When did he build a 4th section? That definitely could have been guards. And decrews this flak again. Another P4 is out, but another Grant's in the build. So armor advantage heavily in favor of Sanity, and there's just not much on the field here for Gorelord. The lowest elo. That's a good question. We can look that up after this match. Gotta get the... Okay, gets the Deku on the pack here. So I think he should be okay from the planes as long as he keeps backing up. The Panzer IV is coming for the chase, but there's another Grant here to back this one up. And the AT gun is nowhere near, it looks like, but the Grant will be enough. Look, don't go chase. Oh, he's getting greedy. Pack is recrewed, then decrewed. Luckily, the planes are targeting the full health one, so splitting the damage here. Lose some splash damage on the low health one, though. Yeah, you gotta get out of there. So he'll take one more strafe. And then he should be okay, I would think. Oh no, he's gonna take another strafe. They're still targeted? No, okay. So he'll be okay from the planes. Where was his AT gun in all this? Up here. For some reason.
Bomber Command has incendiary devices ready to drop.
So there was another Fallschirmjäger dropped. I missed that, but another Fallschirmjäger on the field. And both Flak 38s still in Gorelord's hands here. And he's going to recrew this pack. Oh my god. Sanity does not want him to recrew that pack. Triple section with Bren. The only way that's gonna win that is if you activate the suppression ability. Try to suppress these guys. Oh, this is gonna go down too now. Ooh. Yeah, just kind of throwing everything away here. Section. Oh, I was gonna say that section's gotta get out of there, but oh no, don't steal this. You can't steal this in front of everything. Ooh. Yeah, so something to keep in mind if you're trying to climb elo, you're around this elo right now. When you want to steal these weapons, you got to win the fight first. You don't, for the most part, unless there's already a big fight happening and you sneak a squad in, you can't just try to crew it in front of a Panzer IV, a Flak 38, and a Fallschirmjäger squad. You're just gonna not be successful and potentially lose other squads. You got to win the fight first. Or, alternatively, you could bring your Grandstand or AT gun and try to just destroy the weapon. So, sure, you're not going to get it, but neither will your opponent. Gorelord, surprisingly getting Sanity pretty low on VPs, despite being very passive with all of his support weapons. I think only one time one of his flaks tried to come down here, and that was the closest to the middle of the map that any of his support weapons got. Fallschirmjäger hits a mine down to one model, but it looks like nothing's coming over right now. Sanity does go for a second sapper now to get those repairs on the grants. This grant is fully repaired and vet 1. And some lull in the action here. Another P4 coming for Gorelord, but Sanity is only about 100 manpower away from another grant, and with no fighting really happening, you should have no problem getting there. Oh, no repairs for this P4 though. No pioneers left. No Falchion pioneers, no regular pioneers. I mean, it would be nice to have a Falchion Pio, but at this point, I think you just got to go for a regular Pio just because it's cheaper and just get something to repair that. Because what's probably going to happen now, if I had to guess, is this P4 is going to push somewhere by itself. No AT gun support. Or, oh, the AT gun's still not crewed. He's, oh man, he's hurting for manpower bad, isn't he? Because he's going to recrew this now. Ooh. Yeah. I have a feeling this P4 is going to push unsupported somewhere. That would be my guess. You'd really like to see Sanity really put the pressure on and get a triple cap going here. This MG's been here for probably 15 minutes. And he's probably going to run into it again, but just barrage it with your mortars. And, oh, is that what he's doing? No. Oh, he's trying to take out this cache. I mean, this munitions cache has been getting him a ton of munitions, but he's not using it. I mean, he's almost 550 munitions. And he's called in 2 Stuka loiters, sure. But manpower probably could have been better used elsewhere. We got a P4 up top here now. And the low health P4 is coming up to support. What do we got coming in here? Is that commanded? Oh no. Falchion Pios. Okay. So he does get some kind of repair unit on the field. Drops it up here. Can repair this P4.
A ground medium tank is reporting in.
Sanity positioning his army, getting some mines down. Some mine here. I don't know where there are other.
Dingo recon vehicle has been destroyed.
Dingo recon vehicle. That's one way to perform your
Ammunitions
recon.
being overrun.
Well, at least he knows where the P4 is now. That being said, he's just sending 2 sappers up there.
Confirm. The enemy have 200.
Probably not what you want to do.
Orders have orders.
But he calls in the I don't remember what that's called, but that P4 is probably going to die. Might kill his own sapper, though. Oh, just gets out of the way here, and the Fallschirmjäger dies in the flames. So it gets a Fallschirmjäger out of it. Sapper survives, both of them. And here come the grants.
We have the lead.
Where's all the infantry, though? All the infantry's down here. You're going to want to have infantry support when you do this, ideally. And you're going to want this AT gun to be pushing up, too. The loiter's coming in. The other P4 did get repaired. There's a third grant coming from the flank, though. And even with the loiter, this is not going to be enough for Gorelord. So something to keep in mind, you move your P4s up here. The most important spot for your AT gun to be is with those P4s. So something like this is less likely to be successful. Granted, he has 3 grants. But this is also where going light on the infantry hurts you. You had 1 Fallschirmjäger out that just died. That was your only Fausting squad. So you can't even get a Faust on one of those grants to keep it in the loiter longer. And this pack is finally starting to rotate now, but way too late. So, some opportunity here to learn some things. I'd say in general, just you want to keep these support weapons more involved. And now they're finally moving up. This is the first time all game at nearly 30 minutes that they've moved anywhere near this mid-VP. And now they're both just going in together because Starting to bleed. Gotta get this mortar out of here. But a 4th Grant now. Oh boy.
The enemy has our victory point now.
So there is one P4 on the field again. But against 4 Grants, I mean, Sanity can just drive into Gorelord's base right now. And there's nothing Gorelord could do about it. He's got one pack with 2 models at very low health.
Fully restocked.
And 1 Vet Zero P4. And yeah, it looks like this is it.
Commander, have TP.
He's just got to keep pushing forward, and there's nothing Gorelord can do here. You don't want to sit behind and let the pack just get free hits on you, though. You want to just keep pushing forward. Maybe take this one backwards now. I think he might just be attack moving forward here. And I think a strafing run. Yeah, strafing run coming in doesn't do anything. The Panzer IV is dead. All the support weapons are dead. And there's just an MG. Oh, I got the pause. You see that? I got the pause just in time. So yeah, I would say interesting opening builds for both players. Kind of worked out for Sanity because Gorelord did go for a whole bunch of support weapons. But I think some advice for Gorelord would be get maybe a Grenadier or an extra Fallschirmpeil early just so you have a little bit more field presence. And then when you start getting these Flak 38s out, you really want to get those in the fight. I think both of them were on the field for at least 5 minutes before they did any fighting. And the first fighting one of them did was pushing down here. You want to get those in the fight because why are you building them, right? You want to you're building them so they can help bleed your opponent so you can take map control, but they were just sitting back here for most of the match. So you want to get those in the fight for sure. But having extra infantry squads will help with that, especially when your opponent has 2 mortars. That's going to make it hard for you to use your support weapons. You're going to have to constantly reposition them. But if you have infantry squads that can push on the back of your support weapon line, now you can start putting pressure on the mortars, forcing them to reposition. You can take more ground, and you can put fuel and or VP pressure on your opponent. And then for Sanity, just got to watch your units a bit better. You forgot about some units, let them die. And sometimes you did a big push with multiple units, like over here. When that happens, that's where you got to watch. You had like 3 squads here, I think. Like that's your main focus. You got to make sure you're not dropping squads there. But all in all, it was fun watching a match at this ELO. Like I said at the beginning, it's always interesting to see how different strategies work at different ELOs, and how they don't work at other ELOs. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty good match. Sanity will be playing in a tournament I'm hosting in September. It's for the Squad 44 community, pretty much. So Squad 44 is a World War II first-person shooter. We're all in a community together for that, and we're holding a Company of Heroes 3 tournament within that community. So not a lot of super highly rated players there, but all pretty evenly matched players, I would say. So that should be interesting. I always like looking at the fuel gained afterward. See who had the better fuel control. Insanity did have a slight edge. Maybe that was mostly because of the bottom fuel, but also the capping order in the beginning for both players was really weird, not getting that fuel, that line of fuel on this map. But yeah, Nikolai, you wanted to see what the lowest ELO was. I think that is really interesting. So let's take a look here. Leaderboards. Can I sort by... I guess I can't sort it. Can I go right to the last page? Oh yeah. Last page, lowest elo is 310. So there it is. But not a lot of people below 500, to be fair. So 500 was a pretty good guess. But I got time for 1 or maybe 2 matches to play myself. So let's do some random queue. Hopefully I can actually win one today. Yesterday was not great. If I get DAC, I might want to do some Bursa strats. I mean, Bursas are meta right now, so it makes sense for that reason. But also, I was watching a video from Steven JF earlier today where he's playing Bursas, and I realized they kind of play a lot like your traditional rifleman, which is play I generally excel at. But instead, I'll be playing Wehrmacht.
Pioneers are reporting for duty. Wir Paratruppe ist ready to drop.
Defensive position. There to there. Deny that area. How many pioneers does it take to capture a point?
All right.
Grenadiers assembled.
We're capturing that territory. Jawohl. Keep up. Hang up support. You need tools. Here we are. Pioneers ready. Look at that shit. It's not worth capturing.
So one thing that's interesting, sometimes when they're building and you want to shift Q commands, you can't like shift Q a capture. You see that? I could only get the capture when he stops building for a second there. So I saw a sapper up there. Gonna try to get some heavy cover on this VP. Wonder, yeah, he's got something capping over there.
Grenadiers have been mustered for battle.
So he's got something there. I'm gonna get these grenadiers together. And I'm gonna, ooh, you know what? I'm gonna come this way, and then I'm gonna actually push these sappers away is what I'm gonna try. Oh nope, he's coming this way now. So I'm just gonna take these guys back and cap that. I'm gonna get an MG out. I might go for 2 MGs and maybe even go for Terror. I feel like against Brits lately, double MG is kind of something that's gonna force this down. Just gonna.
An MG-42 team is ready. Victory point is under enemy control.
So I just need to take that green cover for a bit and get this MG up here. get the suppression there. I get this up to help, and I will go for, oops, the second MG. Ooh, that might be bad. That was close. That was really lucky.
MG-42 and crew available.
So I think I will go terror here. Got 2 MGs.
Weapon teams shall receive ambush training.
Just gonna move that.
Weapon crew on standby. We will secure it. The men are ready. March,
So that works out. I'm gonna reposition this. Just gonna get that back up. Put pressure on his mortar. Gonna merge.
Territory lost.
All right. So that was. I could have just merged there and healed actually. So a missed opportunity. I will move this here. And then I will activate the heals on that.
rest later. We have captured duty. Heads up, Kinder. Commandant, we need to secure that sector.
And get a mine there. And there. Upgrade some sweepers.
Grenadiers have come.
Get a. Nope. Oh, I threw it already. Rip. So I'm gonna try going for a P-Gren here. And I want to go for healing. That slightly on his retreat path.
Sector now under enemy control.
Come on, march, Kinder. Light enemy concentration. Fire!
We have territory cut off from supply. Panzer Grenadiere have been deployed to the front.
I'm gonna keep this one here because he's so low on health. I'm gonna position that way, get this over
Medics are
here.
standing by at headquarters.
There's the Humber. That's probably gonna die.
Pioneer infantry killed.
MG-42 and crew ready. Very good.
Victory point lost.
Do we get a wipe here? Oh, he retreated that way.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Oh boy.
are securing our capture point. Reinforcement withheld, Commandant. Alarm! All victory points are under
They
enemy
went
control.
commandos. So I knew it was a little risky to go for the Pigrens
One of our capture
before
points is under attack.
Give us a target. You need us?
the
We shall reinforce all squads that require it.
hack, but
Our territory is exposed. We must re-establish a connection.
Need us? Weapon team ready.
I need to stick together more here, I think. I did think it would be okay. I was wrong.
Deployed.
Get a merge on these.
Territory sector lost.
What do you want? You really care?
Alarm. Sector overrun. Frontline infantry shall be merciless in their advance.
This might kill it in one shot, I'm not sure. Oh, he saw it. Saw it at the last second. Are his commandos still over here? I feel like they're probably cloaked over here. Oh, they're not. Okay. Because I did forget that I was cut off. Oh, here they are. Thanks for the cloaked MGs.
Territory sector lost.
Ooh, that was close. Might get into that house there. Oh man, it's unfortunate. Gonna get tier 4 up. I mean, I guess there's an argument for just going KT and getting a Stug.
Initiating requisition.
I might be able to get the wipe on that.
We have lost the sector. The enemy has taken a victory point.
Get ready, Shetson! Move! MG advancing to the front.
We have advanced weaponry ready to be deployed. Alarm! All victory points are under enemy control.
So I'm getting outplayed pretty handily here. Stug should help a bit. No, 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 no. I want to merge. I don't know.
Sector
I
lost.
almost needed my own. Alright. Maybe that's enough. He's doing a good job keeping the triple caps on me, though. So I know it's right there. And I think he will dodge forward. No, I think he'll dodge back. if I need.
Assault group is advancing. A capture point is being lost.
He did
The
dodge
enemy
back.
remains stubborn. We are
Oh,
down to 300 points.
demos are so dumb.
Spread out, Kinder! Fall back! Grenadiers going on the offensive.
I gotta get that
Sectors are
first.
isolated. We have been cut off.
I feel like I maybe had a chance. And there's, you know what, there's probably, whatever. If there's a demo here, then I will just take the L. I'm good with that.
A machine gun has been destroyed.
Yeah. I remember in CoH3, there was a time where demos on capture points were just broken. They were busted because people were like, oh, I can just put demo on capture points. And then whenever someone tries to capture, I'll just demo them. So they patched it out of CoH2, so you couldn't put them on capture points anymore. Then eventually it accidentally got added back in. But yeah, demos on capture, like demos elsewhere, sure. You know, you want to put it by a building, sure. I don't know about these cloaked demos. I think that might be a little dumb. But, oh well, what are you going to do? I'm falling hard. I was like 1280 this very last week. Ugh. Yeah, I had terrible map control though. I think I'm going maybe too heavy into tier 1 with against Brits. Or tier 0, or yeah, tier 1. Against US, I feel like a heavy tier 1 is working decently. I don't know. Probably just a skill issue. I think I just suck at the game. But that's okay. Yeah, demo on the P-Gren was just demoralizing. I do like commandos against Wehrmacht, though. That's been my go-to Brit build against Wehrmacht is commandos. Oh, actually, I wanted to add... well, hopefully I don't get Brits versus DAC, because I wanted to add Australians in there and practice with Australians more. I'm just struggling against DAC so hard. I've been trying Canadians against him, and I had this one crazy game where I thought I was cooked, but I got lucky that he hit some of my mines, and then eventually I was able to get a croc out. But I feel like, yeah, Canadians was maybe not it. I've also been trying to go for the munition surplus bonus with Canadians instead of the healing. And I think objectively just the healing's, I guess it's not objective, but I think the healing is better. I think probably everyone agrees with that. But the munition surplus seems way more fun. And I try to just use my grenades whenever I can, whenever they're free. Let's see what I got here. Oh, DAC. DAC versus US. All right. Well, I'm going to try the Bursas. See how it goes. Is that this one? Yeah.
Bersaglieri are available to aid the
So
cause.
these guys will go that way.
Infantry are ready. Capture and secure. We know the drill.
feel like, yeah, I still want a bike. How could you not want a bike?
Ready on your word. Move up, Panzer Pioneers.
And yeah, I think I will go up this way.
Must be ours. Waiting on you. Versailles, it's ours for the taking. All quiet here.
Gradschützen on the field.
Here. We have capture duties. Yes. It shall be ours.
I feel like bursts are nice, not only because they're fast and everything, but they're 260 manpower, which, I mean, is normal, but it's so much nicer than trying to play with the 300 manpower Holmgrens.
Der Salieri are armed and await deployment.
Capture duties. Infantry have ranged us.
I think I'm just gonna go right for that anyway. He can shoot at me from there for a little if he wants. Oh, he didn't even cap that yet. That's interesting. So I'll get those into cover. Oh man, he didn't cap that. It's so annoying. I think, like, I don't know if it's misclicking or if it's something wrong with the TAC map, but like I'll click the capture on the TAC map and then they just move there instead.
We're receiving you.
So if I can, I'm actually going to try to connect that fuel. Oh, Weasel. Alright, so he's going from my cutoff there. If I cap this, then this. The cutoff doesn't even matter.
We have been cut off. Re-establish a connection. Der Salieri are armed and await deployment.
Taking casualties. Panzer Pioneers. My squad is taking hits.
I guess I should not let him get the height bonus there. Should have built this before, probably. So he did cut me off for a bit there, which sucks, but good play by him. But now I should get a fuel advantage here once this is capped.
Der Salieri are armed and await deployment.
What do you need? What will it be? Commandant, pick up the base. Come on. Territory secure. Holding the perimeter. Listen
Der Salieri shall be bolstered at once.
Hold the point. Displacing to location.
Let me get behind some heavy cover here
Salieri contact with infantry.
and build some... Actually, I wonder... Should really get this.
Starting requisition of
I don't
light
know what
support
kind of light
elements.
vehicle he could be getting out anytime soon, though.
Panzer Pioneers.
But then I can call in the assault grens. So I don't have snares. I mean, he's clearly banking on that right now.
Panzerjäger anti-vehicle infantry available.
That's true. I could just be using the Panzerjägers just for the Weasel, honestly.
Panzerjäger awaiting the word. Panzerjäger advancing. Panzer Pioneers standing by. Pulled up and moving.
Probably even get a mine on
Territory
my
is now An
Maybe 2
enemy
mines
has.
on my cutoff. Yeah, and this should be nice. Even cancel the
We
reinforce
shall
here
hold
for a sec.
reinforcements until instructed otherwise.
Pick up the pace. Come on.
Territory sector lost.
Should have canceled that reinforce earlier.
Waiting on you.
So I'm gonna move him out here because I know he's gonna have
Comandante.
MGs.
Go! Mitragliatrice!
Alright.
We have half-track support fueled and ready for deployment.
Oop, I can
All
turn my auto
infantry at
reinforce
HQ
back
shall
on.
be reinforced, Commandant.
I really should have just drove in here
Our
before I
territory is
stopped the
in
cap.
enemy hands.
It was a mistake.
Territory must be under.
Now I can hide in that smoke though.
Infantry answer the call. Bitte down.
A track-mounted flak feeling is ready.
Achtung, crew. Destination confirmed.
I hope that's just a weasel I hear.
A munitions point is being taken from us. Territory sectors are isolated. We must reconnect with them.
Could be his half track. I'll take the MG. And I want healing, but I could just get the call in and then I'll have a 250 I can use for healing. So let me actually get my
Territory lost.
most hurt squads up here.
Taking that location from the enemy. Enemy encroaching on us.
Assault grenadiers are reporting in. A fuel point is being taken from us.
So I get the healing there.
Anything for us? Fix what you can.
A victory point is being taken from us.
Capture the location.
I'll actually bring this up
Enemy
here.
forces have captured a victory point.
Into the transport. One after mine. Repairs complete. We're heading back. Panzerjäger, awaiting the word. We await orders. Sergeant needs orders.
So now, we run in with the Bursas. Gonna try to come from
The
a few
enemy
different
have
angles
claimed
here
our
to
sector.
flank an EMG. Okay, so he's got that. I should get smoke when I can. And I'll get these here. Nice. So yeah, the assault disembark is so nice.
Territory sector has been claimed by the enemy. Proximity alarm near our fuel point.
I'm just gonna move that all the way down there, to be honest with you. So he dropped a mortar. Okay, he's got the SSFs.
Territory overrun.
Nope.
We have lost the transport.
Alright. Did I build the med truck? No. Should have.
3 command points are available. We have a battle group awaiting use. enemy has taken a victory point.
It will be done. Right through.
Our capture point is being neutralized by the enemy. Utility vehicle as requested. We're losing grasp of a munitions point.
Weapon team here. Grab everything. Go. Eager to get started.
Enemy forces have claimed our sector.
Hey, Jimswell. Gotta get out of there. Oh, I didn't get the suppression off. That's actually really not good. Should get suppression with that. And I have a lot of fuel. I really want to tech. I'm just struggling on
We're losing grasp of the
manpower.
capture point.
Classic DAC issues. I'm glad I got the Weasel, though. That's definitely helpful.
Territory isolated. Our resources are stranded.
Be able to get him on retreat here.
Our
Great.
victory point is
But
being
he
neutralized by
might
the enemy.
be dead anyway, yeah. So because he couldn't retreat there... Oop.
A weapon group. Victory point lost.
Because he couldn't retreat,
Our fuel point is being
I was able
neutralized by
to
the
still
enemy.
get him there.
Confirmed.
So he
We
gets
have 5
his
command points available.
mortar back. That's okay. Hello, comrade. What is this, Wilson? Oh god, that's probably gonna die.
Panzerjäger
So I
infantry
did lose the
defeated.
Panzerjäger. That's not ideal. But yeah, I can tech now.
Arm tech support is ready to deploy.
He can switch to the... Oh, I was really hoping I'd get a suppression off on him here. That's really bad. I'm probably going to lose that. And I never got the smoke. Rip. It's a big ol' rip.
Vehicle out of action.
Oh, I should have gotten this a long time ago.
Radar 30 machine guns have been made available.
Oh my god, what are these guys doing? There we go. Get some mines through here.
We have command points that should be used.
Get a Panzer III out.
Weapon team fully reinforced. Into the action! Assaulting that target! Get out of it! Taking full arms fire here! Standing by. Marching orders. Getting orders. Get moving. Quick march.
I think, he's probably not too far away from the Sherman himself, though,
Munitions point. Panzer 3 on
if I had to
station.
guess. Did you? Oh, hold on. Hold on here.
Territory lost.
Bersaglieri, upgrades are coming. Ready to fire. Combat is slow.
Put pressure now.
Territory lost.
Try to get this AT gun. It's got bazookas down there.
Receiving reports of enemy points. 300 remain.
Eager to get started. Christoph,
Territory is now in enemy hands. Command points should be assigned at once.
while we still can.
The territory sector has been
Wait, a
claimed by
mortar?
the enemy. Ammunitions point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Yeah, with the bursts, I feel like they just have so much opportunity for map control.
Enemy forces have claimed our sector.
There's 7 people. Oh my god, I'm blowing up. I'll just come in here. I should have done this stuff a while ago,
Available to deploy, Commandant.
so I'll do that.
Commandant, Stuka fighters. Supply lines are cut. Territory is isolated. Territory sectors are isolated. We must reconnect with them.
Just gonna stay and fight that.
Hunter 3 is away. Proximity alarm near our victory point.
Pushing the front line.
Victory point under enemy control. Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy. We have lost control of a victory point.
He's got quite a few SSFs out now, to be honest. Not sure if he'll stay there.
Ready. What do you need? Commandant. What is acknowledged?
I really need to get smoke. That's gonna come back to bite me soon enough.
Standing at 200 points and falling.
He hit one of my mines down here, so he's trying to push down here with something. And he does have a Sherman out now. Get that out of cover at least. Then I can suppress it. Get this up.
We're losing grasp of a victory point.
Kind of want an AT gun, honestly.
Proximity alarm near our capture point. Territorial sector lost. Feindliche Connection.
I think I can get that grenade off in time. Oh. Nice.
Territory overrun.
Maybe I can get him with that. I might get the kill. Ooh, he got out of there just in time. Yeah, he should be able to kill this even if he switches to the Zooks there. Nice.
Orders? We have outfoxed the enemy once more.
Alright. That was good. Ooh, SSF is a deadly infantry in terms of its abilities. SSF drained his manpower, then he can't get Sherman on time. Yeah, he did have quite a few SSFs. Yeah, 3 of them. Wow. But I also had pretty good fuel control. I was able to rush down this fuel down here quite a bit. I will say that did feel pretty good as DAG. I guess that's why this build is meta. But yeah, playing with the Bursas feels kind of like playing with Riflemen, which is like my preferred style of play, is classic like CoH3 Rifleman play. But I have a feeling Bursas are going to get nerfed in the next patch. But if they do, I really hope Palmgrens get a buff. Like, they cannot be 300 manpower. And how much is this to reinforce? 30. I think that's one more than a Rifleman. I think Rifleman's 29. This is good, though. Good to finally win one as DAC again. I was significantly higher ranked than him, though. Well, I'll take the W. Yeah, you can see I got a lot more fuel than him that game. Munitions, too. Those high munitions up top, I felt like those high munitions were a lot easier to control having Bursas. And the bike certainly helps. But the Bursas sprinting is just so nice. Helps you cap up the map and just get to whatever fight you need to so early. Shame I lost that 250 though. I didn't really get to use the assault disembark on my assault crens. Okay, about 3 commandos. So he only actually built 1 machine gun team. I guess the other 2 he dropped from the Weasel, and he dropped the mortar from the Weasel too. So a lot of munitions went into that, but that probably saved him a ton of manpower, not having to actually build those. Unfortunately, he gave 2 of the... Oh, I got the 3rd MG at the end too, yeah. So he gave me 3 MGs, and I took his mortar. That was pretty not good for him. Yeah, I feel like my assault grens were... Like, I feel like maybe with the assault disembark, they're probably still worth it. But without the assault disembark, I almost would have rather had another Bursa. So I guess that's something to learn for next time. I either need to make sure I'm keeping that 250 alive so I can keep using the assault disembark, or I just need to go for another Bursa. And then maybe that early call in. I wonder what I get. I don't know. It's kind of hard to understand what happens when you have a faction and then like a branch style of sub factions. You mean like how the battle group system works? I think that's what you mean, the battle group system. I mean, if that is what you mean, yeah, it is hard to understand. Like, I think you have to have, a decent amount of games under your belt, or at least have watched a lot too. Because I don't have a whole lot of games in Automatch. I certainly have more as of recently because I've been playing a lot more, but I think what helps a lot is just watching people play. So, I mean, well, you guys are watching me right now, so I guess you guys get it. But like, I watch a lot of Tightrope and Steven JF, especially. Early smoke canister helps you a lot, especially for the AA. Yeah, I needed the smoke. I was just constantly short of manpower. I probably could have taken better infantry fights for better trades, but every time I wanted to upgrade the smoke, I was just out of manpower, or I wanted to spend my manpower on a P3. So, but yeah, early smoke for sure. I definitely need to get that. Pretty much, I knew you were DAC, but it's hard to tell otherwise just from your units alone. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, the battle groups. I mean, I think that's one thing that's good about Co3 compared to Co2 is the battle groups are super unique. And like, there's no battle group that has overlap with another battle group, whereas Co2, so many of the, were they doctrines or commanders, whatever they were called? Doctrines, I think. Uh, like, so many of them had overlap with another. Like, there were, I don't know, two or three different ones for the Soviets where you could get a T-34-85. There were a few different ones where you could get assault grenadiers. I think there were two different ones where you could get Ostrupen. Like, it was too much overlap, and then it was very easy to have one that was clearly the best because you just had to find the right combination of things, of the good things. Here, since each one is so unique, yeah, there's going to be a meta where like one is meta or maybe two are meta, but I feel like the variety of builds you have available is so nice and refreshing. Like, you don't really know what opener someone's going to do till you see it, whereas Co2, every opener was pretty much the same every game, especially like at this elo. Like, it was always just three infantry squads, and then you build your tech, and then light vehicle, then AT gun. And here, there's so much variety. Like, with DAC, you might see double Panzer Pio bike and 250. You might see the Bursa opening. You can still see some Palmgren openings from time to time. It's just really nice. Even my opponent went for a Weasel. Some games you don't get Weasel. He went Weasel Weapon Support Center. I played against Weasel Rifleman build the other day. Yeah, I guess Brits are the ones that have like the fewest amount of openers, but they do still have Australians they can go with. And then the only variation besides that is if you'll go double sapper or not, or sometimes throw in an early MG, but you really don't see the early MG much. Yeah, no, I really like where Code 3's at. But yeah, to your point, when you're a newer player, it can be very difficult because it's a much steeper learning curve, I'd say, to really understand everything, especially playing against stuff. I mean, I had the game since launch, but I would play and then someone would have a unit or use an ability and I'd be like, I did not know that even existed. And that could be frustrating. You're playing a game, you think you know what's coming or you think you know what you might need on the field to counter stuff and then something that you never even saw before just pops up. But once you understand everything, I think the gameplay is a lot better and it's just so varied. It's nice that there's so many different viable builds and even the meta builds, like even though they're really good, usually they're not the only viable build. Maybe in a tournament or something. It looks a lot more fleshed out. It's just very different than what I know from Co2. Yeah, it is very different from Co2. Like, obviously, there's a lot of similarities. You can tell it's definitely the same franchise, obviously, but it is very different. And yeah, I feel like abilities are maybe I just wasn't good enough at Co2, but I feel like there are a lot more abilities that matter more in Co3. And I think that is a lot of what can separate like a lower player from a higher player. is just knowing what the abilities are and remembering to use them. Because that's something that, like I said, if all these abilities were in CoH3, I was not using them. But I'm also definitely a better player now than I was when I played CoH2, so maybe that's it. But yeah, no, I'm super stoked that all you guys are here. I mean, I say all you guys, but there are 3 chatting. Someone said there are 7 watching. I just started streaming this month, and it's super exciting to have people here interacting and watching. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in and participating in the chat. I I'm gonna keep doing this. It's a lot of fun for me. I mean, it's fun just playing, but it's fun talking about it and hearing what you guys have to say. And shout out, oh my god, I'm a terrible streamer. Shout out to Nikolai for tuning in 2 days in a row. So I do have to get ready for work now, but this was fun, and I'm gonna try to do this again tomorrow. Then I probably can't all weekend. I'm at a wedding, but tomorrow I'll be doing this again, probably around the same time, like 10, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.